I want to put you on to just some similarities that we have with the UK. I know that people have been talking about the heavy immigration issues over here, or I don't know if it's an issue, but yeah, issues. Okay, they just spoke about it here, how they have to roll back the immigration because a lot of these kids are not even able to get jobs, right? So there's a video that I found from Rebel News that talks about the UK and how the UK is literally dealing with the same thing, almost to a T. Actually, might even be worse. So let me pull this up over here and let's get into it.
During the 2024 parliamentary elections, there is clear ghettoization, and that is a sign that integration. I visited a part of London that is unrecognizable. You are going to be shocked.
Wow.
The Islamization of the West is real.
So we have, on one hand, our tolerance and our
They called it the Islamization. That sounds a little crazy, but keep going.
freedom of speech, which is being abused against us.
Man are gonna get beheaded one by one, you dirty Jesus. We got Palestine. No.
We are a tolerant country. The West is a very tolerant place. And the Islamists understand this, and they use our own freedoms against us.
All right, guys, we are here in the United Kingdom of Pakistan. Really? Uncivilized.
Man said United Kingdom of Pakistan is crazy.
I recently traveled to London, England to cover the massive rally Unite the Kingdom organized by Tommy Robinson. I was sent there early as Keir Starmer started banning foreign activists, politicians, and even journalists simply because he disagrees with them like a good communist.
Yeah, UK don't play. They like to ban people like crazy.
You'll see it again on Saturday at a march designed to confront and intimidate this diversity and this diverse country. That is why this Labour government will block far-right agitators from travelling to Britain for that event.
On the ground, my goal was simple: document the consequences of mass immigration and how certain areas of London have changed, in some cases beyond recognition. Just like what I saw in France during the 2024 parliamentary elections. There is clear ghettoization, and that is a sign that
I've heard that word, ghettoization.
Integration has failed.
Oh, you don't speak English? Oh, which language you talk? French?
Bengali.
Just only Bengali?
That's crazy. They only got to speak the language to just speak to each other.
So I went to Whitechapel alongside Stephen Thompson, founder of Visegrad 24, and Cam Higby, an independent journalist from the United States.
East London was a stereotypical white working class area. You can see it in the architecture. Right now, we're in central London. You can see much more imposing.
It was only white. There was no other people, fam. That's where I'm like, bro. So, you know, it was different. It was white.
Much better architecture, much taller tenement homes.
None
None of this exists in East London. East London is full of working class real estate, and then there was an influx of Central and Eastern European Jews in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, and then starting in the 50s, it became one of the most multicultural and one of the most diverse neighborhoods of London, in particular Bengalis. Bengalis are the single largest minority. I believe, according to the last census, they represent about 30-something% of the inhabitants. Bengalis are mostly Muslim. You have mosques around every corner, and then you also have, of course, the proximity to immense wealth, because you have the City of London and Canary Wharf right there. So you have, on one hand, this sort of self-imposed ghettoization where you have an increasingly dominant Muslim presence, an increasingly Islamized area, neighborhood. That's reflected in the city council. There is not a single white English person who is currently a councillor from town.
Yo, this guy is hurt, bro. Listen, there's other people that are also in Great Britain. This guy's like, there's not any white people anywhere. Where are all the whites?
Hamlets, the recently re-elected Lord Mayor, had previously been convicted of corruption and banned from running for 10 years. That ban has ended, and he was just re-elected as Lord Mayor. He is also Bengali. The majority of the local councillors are Bengali, but you have that great irony that as you look, you can see the walkie-talkie building, you can see the Kirk, and you can see all of these skyscrapers. So there's this dichotomy between the extreme poverty and ghettoization of a large area of Whitechapel, to the extent that Whitechapel Station has the name of the station is in English, right next door to it, it's in Bengali. And then as you look across the road, as you look down the road, you can see these towering skyscrapers and all of London's immense financial wealth.
All right, guys, we are here in the United Kingdom of Pakistan. If anything is colonization, it's this. You can come get your snacks off the floor if you want. We've got lots of nice Pakistani fabrics here.
I know, right? Poor Sir Colonizer. He's like, I thought we colonized you, people. What? This wasn't supposed to happen.
We got children's toys. We went to Tower Hamlets, and it was like the third world. The bazaars in the middle of the road. You'd have nice old English buildings like this in just what looks like a landfill in front of them. But it's like a bazaar, and they're selling fake Louis Vuitton bags, and they're selling Gucci bags.
So currently the United Kingdom is still, of course, a majority white country. Certain data suggests that it will be minority white British by 2065. But if you look at millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, you have that pyramid where increasingly white British people are a smaller share of millennials, smaller share of Gen Z, and an even smaller share of Gen Alpha than in previous generations. So we might be 82%, according to the last sentence, the UK might be 82% white British now. That's not the case of Gen Alpha, which is certainly not 82% white British. It's changing fast.
Brother, there's other people. I know that he's complaining about the people who are coming from Bengal, but he keeps on saying white, like as if there's nobody else who lives in Britain. Bro, you sound racist, fam. I know you guys are trying to make a point. You might have found the wrong guy. He's like, brother, there's not going to be any white people. What about the whites? What about the whites? There's going to be less of us, but there's no more whites. Like, brother, there's a bunch of people there from other countries. You can be mad at, like, okay, there's an influx that are coming in from one country a little bit too many kind of thing. Like, space it out or even it out. But you're like, but what about the whites? What about the whites? What about them?
You see it in Birmingham, you see it in places like Bradford, you see it in places like Luton Town. There is something like 11 cities and towns in the United Kingdom are currently minority white British. And the capital, London, is 1/3 white British currently. And as it's becoming less and less English, the English are moving out. There's an element of white flight. And it's only going to accelerate unless something is done to stop it and to reverse it. And obviously the biggest problem of all is the most aggressive people in all of this.
I never heard a white man say white flight. Like, I always thought that was just a statistic that people will talk about, like, yo, we had to get out of here. There was so many colored people around. Like, we had to, this guy's like, yo, there was like, it was white flight, man. What's happening, man? We got to get out of here.
Are certainly the ones from Muslim backgrounds who they don't just ghettoize neighborhoods, they have a policy of, an unwritten policy, but a policy of Islamization, of turning neighborhoods into areas in which anyone who is not Muslim, anyone who is not Islamic is not welcome. And in fact, is actively, if they come with a camera to try and talk to them, they will actively be chased out. This didn't quite happen today. In fact, I think we were incredibly lucky. I think that it could have turned like this.
Crazy part about it, he probably fucks bare Indian gal.
So we were filming the East London Mosque, which is one of London's biggest and oldest mosques, one of the only ones in the UK that allows the adhan to be called 5 times a day. The imam will climb the tower, or not necessarily climb the tower, but use a microphone, and there will be speakers in the tower, and he'll call to prayer. We were there for the midday prayers, and we were filming the spillover from the mosque. The mosque is not big enough to accommodate the whole Muslim community, so there were numerous Muslims outside praying, and we were filming with my camera guy, and as we're filming, a car approaches, stands on the zebra crossing, and the man in the vehicle says, "I recognize you. You're Visegrad 24. You're a genocide apologist, you animal." And I approach him and I say, I'd love to have a discussion. We'd love to.
Okay, I'm gonna forward a bit past the freaking Ed Sheeran over here. Let's get to some of the action.
Government and about wanting to behead Jews one by one.
One thing, Tommy Robinson, I don't agree with anything he said. Tommy Robinson, he's anti-Islamist, anti-everything, anti-all of it. I'm not with it. If I catch Tommy Robinson, yeah, you know, if I catch Tommy Robinson, I'm a smoke. Yeah? But that's all I'm saying. Islam, big up Islam, respect everyone, respect every color. Islam's perfect, we're not. Big up.
Would you like the United Kingdom to be a Muslim country?
It's not a Muslim country. United Kingdom is not a Muslim country. We're not here to take over. We're here to just spread our beautiful religion, spread the peace, and spread the love. That's it, my brother. That's it.
But would you want everyone to be Muslim?
No. But I want everyone to be Muslim.
Would you not?
I don't need to be. We don't want everyone to be Muslim.
Christian country.
Really?
Yeah, we do.
Would you be willing to talk to us on camera? I appreciate that. Country is Christian. Which part of the country? It's a Christian country.
See that they're not helping their case because the man's like, nah, yeah, we do want that.
This country is Christian. What part of this country is Christian?
Are you asking me why I think the United Kingdom is a Christian country? Because the state religion of the country is the Anglican Church, and the head of the country is
Why is it Christian? Who follows Christian?
Oh, in the sense of, are English people Christian? Is that the question you're asking? I would argue, so my position on this would be, I admire Muslims for...
No, you don't.
Of course I do.
I've got you a channel.
Are you going to let me speak? Are you going to let me speak?
No, you don't, bro.
What's your channel? What's your channel?
Vice Grad 24. You can throw Israel shield.
What is it? Vice what?
I have to say, free Palestine.
Show me.
1, 2, 3. Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
While we were filming the documentary, Stefan Thompson, founder of Visegrad 24, was filming the mosque while they were praying, and they surrounded him. They all came out of their Friday prayer, and hundreds of people surrounded him.
Not supposed to film a mosque, bro. Not supposed to film people praying. Sorry. It's not supposed to do it. It's part of the religion.
They shouted obscenities, they threw up Hitler salutes, and they shouted, "We will behead the Jews one by one."
Fucking Woody! Hey! Fucking put me on! Put me on!
Get out of here, man.
What Israel government? If I catch you, fuck Israel, big up Palestine, free Palestine, to the river, to the sea, fuck Israel, big up Palestine, Palestine will be...
I feel like I'm getting a yellow dollar sign coming right now. I just want to get straight to the action.
To speak with the man who interacted with Stefan.
All I saw was him filming. He's cowering like a little coward. All he does is anti-Muslim propaganda.
Do you think it's with Tommy Robinson?
Yeah, 100%. He is. It's not about thinking. He is.
Right, I just don't know who is Tommy Robinson.
It's basically what they would say a far-right British nationalist who is paid by Israel.
He's paid by Israel?
Yeah,
He's like their Nick Fuentes?
It's a Zionist.
Yeah, he's funded by Zionists. There's a documentary on Double Down Media by Low Key. They provide all the sources and information. Who funds?
This is their Canada First rally. Yo, suit the puck daddy, yo. But this is the UK version of the Canada First, London First, UK First.
Him, channels like Rebel Media, Bob Shillman funds him from Israel. So yeah, he's 100% here, not for a good cause. Because if you're a genuine nationalist and a patriot, why are you getting funded by a foreign country?
Because I heard that recently Keir Starmer have blocked entrance of some of the people attending a rally. Are you for that?
The people that they barred are people who openly incite racial prejudice and hatred. So if someone was spewing anti-Jewish, not anti-Zionist, anti-Jewish slurs and propaganda, I'm sure they'd be banned.
What do you think
There's
of
no
that?
such thing as the Muslim Brotherhood. Where's the Muslim Brotherhood?
Yeah.
They trying to basically, anyone who
So the Muslim Brotherhood, you're trying to make it sound like it's a gang.
speaks out against injustices across the Muslim world is labeled an extremist or Muslim Brotherhood. This is just one of the sticks they use to beat the Muslim community.
I saw in the footage that someone actually threw cigarettes at you.
Yeah, well, I was walking by, I didn't even say anything to the guy. I'm not sure if it was because he recognized me or he knew what I was doing, or if it was just because I was a white guy with a cross around my neck, but he flung his cigarette at me, zipped right by my nose, like, I mean, literally a centimeter away from my nose, a lit cigarette, and then he ran inside of a
I feel heavy Karen energy coming off of this guy right now. I could see the Karen aura right around his head right here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like a orange tinge of Karenness just floating around him.
shop. And then I waited for him and he came out and I said, hey man, why did you fling your cigarette at me? And then he flipped me off and spit in my face. Here he comes. This is the asshole who did it. Sir, why did you fling a cigarette at me? Why did you?
That's the guy you want to approach? All right, bro.
You fling your cigarette at me, sir?
Do your thing,
Is there a
brother.
reason why you flung your cigarette in my face? You what? You flung it right at my face. You normally fly them at head height? Really? Uncivilized.
He did it again. Okay, there's part of me who's like, I hear what they're trying to say, like you guys are uncivilized, but I feel like they're matching energy. Okay, and I'm not trying to defend any type of barbaric behavior or whatever these guys are trying to put on these men, right? But I also feel like they've heard the rhetoric that these guys have been pushing, like, yo, but what about the whites? What about the whites? And they're like, fam, like, we're just trying to freaking make our way in a place that we don't really know too well, or we're trying to learn. You know what I'm saying? Your problems ain't our problems, brother. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get money out here, bro. I'm not worried about the eugenics and all that type of shit, bro. Like, yeah, like, I'm sorry. Right? And then they see the energy and they're like, I can feel the racistness coming off of you. Spit in your face. Right? If man's had a different approach, like, hey, and they weren't using the words like Islamification and ghettoization, they might have a different conversation. They might be like, brother, I like you, brother. Hey, come, let's go get some food. But you guys come in there with that energy, like, yo, what about the whites? They're like, yo, bro, you know what I mean? Box you in your mouth, bro. Get out of my face with this camera, bro. Are you an Islamic spy that's trying to take over my country? Punch in the nose.
Despite wearing a keffiyeh to open the conversation, almost no one wanted to engage. Was it because I'm a woman or because I'm white? Because when
No, you're asking the wrong questions. And it's not because you're white. You're white with this face. Okay? I'm sure that these guys talk to white people, fam. This is you're white with this face and this attitude. Like, they can smell the Karen coming off of you and the question you're about to ask. Like, so when are you going to leave my country?
Yunus, a known Iranian activist, joined us and took the lead. The dynamic changed.
Well, first of all, we're in Whitechapel, which is the most heavily Islamic part of London. You can see the Quran being played right now. But ironically, we have an LGBTQ flag behind it, which I think is it's a juxtaposition.
Haram.
It's extremely ironic and hypocritical. Well, how do you, for example, reconcile the fact that there's an LGBTQ flag on top of the council, and this is like the most majority Muslim area? Do you think that is?
I'm not going to comment on this. I mean,
No?
Haram.
No.
From what I understand, LGBTQ is banned in Islam. No? So what is your views on it?
Look, I'm not going to go any further with this.
Okay.
But what you asked me regarding the whole nation and then things, I'll just stick on with that.
Yeah, but then you have to understand that there is some clashes between certain ideologies, no?
Well, look,
Haram.
as I've said, I'm not going to go any further with this. But
Okay.
we all know what it is, and everyone knows exactly what it is and how it is.
So do you think this is okay in London, like for the most majority London area, you have an LGBTQ flag?
This is I don't know about that much these things.
LGBTs are
Haram.
gays and lesbians.
I
As you
know
gays and lesbians is haram.
we cannot go with that actually. But,
Don't worry, brother. Just say it. That's haram. But I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about that right now.
it's for that reason.
Yeah, you're against that, yeah?
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course. And you know, we were just by the mosque earlier. There were people saying they should be beheading Jews. Every single Jew they're gonna get their hand on, they're gonna behead them. We had people that they said they want to eradicate the state of Israel, and this is in the middle of London.
The man saw the camera. He was like, "What do you think about the flag on top of right near where the mosque is?" His first instinct, haram. He looked at the camera. He was like, "I don't want to talk about that right now. We don't really talk about that."
And these people still complain about Islamophobia. We have people that are banned from coming to the UK to give a speech at the Tommy Robinson rally because they criticize Islam based on facts, based on what is said inside the Quran. How insane is that? And they're not happy. They want more. Some of these people, they want Sharia law in this country.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Like that world. And my main question is, why did you come to this country in the first place? Why did you come to this country?
We need Czar for this. I might need to. You know what? I'm gonna skip to the end. See if there's any more beef in here. Pause. And I'm going to take a segment from this and present this to my co-hosts. I'd like to hear his views on this.
Okay, listen, I'm Iranian. Islamic Republic. Ayatollah Khamenei.
Whoa.
You're not Iranian, so don't talk about Iranian stuff. Don't. He's dead, bro. He's dead.
Islamic Republic.
Did you flee the regime in Iran?
Yes. I was born in Iran under the Islamic Republic, and I know the truth. People that were born in those countries. The funny thing is, majority of the people that are here, majority of the extremists are actually born in this country. I'm telling you for a fact, Iranians, first of all, are not even Muslim. It was something that was imposed on us. That's why we're fighting for our freedom.
Yo, 50. It's not that. The thing is, they're like, we need more. It's like, yo, the statistics that the guy was mentioning earlier, the population is still majority white, and the man's like crying. He's like, it's 80% white in this place, and it's like only like 70% white in this place, and it's like, all right. Like, I know you guys have a heavy immigration issue going on over there, just like Canada and stuff, but you guys are acting like you still don't run the spot, fam. Like, you still got it, bro. I know things are changing, and oh my God, then they're gonna start mixing with each other. And then they're gonna make all of these like beige babies. Like, where's the white people are gonna? Oh my God, we might need to get out of here, and go to like Switzerland or something.
Against the Islamic Republic, and we support countries like Israel, and we support Trump, and we support Tommy Robinson.
At the entrance of the underground, two men showed up and were handing out a free Quran, speaking to passerby about Islam and their message.
Yo, and the thing is with this lady, she's Quebecois, so she has like double levels. She's like racist square. Okay, she's got the don't like other people don't like people who aren't white, and then she also has low key. She has to deal with the Englishes, right? The Anglophone, but she don't like them neither. She's like, "Oh, you dirty Anglophone! You're not even speaking a good language. You should be speaking French like me. The people in France, they don't even speak the right French. It's the Quebecois Acadian."
So I stopped and I asked them a few questions.
And what about the niqab?
Niqab.
Celine Dion ass accent.
Yeah.
Niqab, men can, women can hide. It is not obligatory for niqab, but hijab is obligatory. But if some of the women doesn't want, they can hide their face.
So it's the man who asks the woman for the niqab?
No.
No?
This is modesty of Islam.
Who made the woman switch to the niqab?
Okay, now it's Allah who has made the rule. Yeah.
How do you explain that in the Western countries we are seeing more radicalism in Islam?
Because it's being tolerated. It's being tolerated from the top. There isn't a strong policy of cracking down on Islamists. There isn't a policy of locking up and jailing people who hold Islamist values. That's not happening, and it's not being done.
Not being
if
done.
You look at countries such as the United Arab Emirates and many others, Jordan included, Egypt included, who've all banned the Muslim Brotherhood and banned Islamist factions because they understand the danger of having a minority that is radicalizing the Muslims around them. Most Muslims aren't Islamists, but if they are exposed to Islamism, if that's what is being preached at their local mosque, if they're being pushed in that direction, they are much more likely than the rest of the population to radicalize and
I'm learning some new terms. Islamist. Yo, they got like Muslim people sounding like some serious covert acting. You know, you guys are trying to take us over from the inside with your religion, trying to spread all that peace. Covering up, oh my God, you letting those women be covered. Like, listen, I'm not even gonna speak on anybody's like religion or anybody's traditions and stuff like that. But like the way these guys are acting, like, oh my God, what if they make the people Muslim? Like, I don't know, fam. Like, I don't think like there's a bunch of Christians that are like, you know, if they keep on just watching TV and just seeing too much like Muslim messaging or Islamic messaging, that they're gonna all of a sudden be like, you know what? I don't know about all that Jesus stuff. Like, I think you'll be fine, bro. There are people that are gonna convert, like obviously, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, people they'll stick to praising Christ, bro. The white one, bro. Okay, the white Christ. All right, don't worry, brother. You'll be fine.
So we have, on one hand, our tolerance and our freedom of speech, which is being abused against us. We are a tolerant country. The West is a very tolerant place, and the Islamists understand this, and they use our own freedoms against us. They use that freedom to preach very, very radical things, and there is also a great hatred. The Islamists, they see the world in two ways. They see it as Dar al-Harb, and they see it as Dar al-Islam, which is, there is the House of Islam, that which is already Muslim, and there is the House of War. And the United Kingdom and much of the West is a house of war, which they want. These radical Islamists who want to see the entire world fall. We should be cracking down.
They want to see the entire world fall. And then he wonders why he gets like weird energy when he's like, yo, I'm just trying to talk to you. Brother, they probably heard this. You sound like you're a pretty popular creator. Like, yeah, I don't think they want you around, fam.
Be reducing migration from majority Muslim countries to the absolute minimum. And if anything, we should have a policy of returning those people who are currently here illegally, obviously should be deported, but those Islamists who are here legally should be stripped of, if they have acquired Western citizenships, should be stripped of those citizenships.
Wow.
And they should be deported back to their home countries. They should not
let it
be allowed to spread Islamism here.
Salute to Rebel News, man. Rebel News be doing their thing. Well, there you have it, man. It's happening in the UK. It's happening over here. I asked in the poll, who gets it worse, though? Canada or the UK? Wow. 79% got Canada and the UK 27%. Holy. Well, we did do a story, and I'm going to clip that story and upload it to this channel here. I'm not going to put it on the clips channel, but yeah, I'm going to upload it to this channel over here. The story that I'm going to clip is South Asian, I'm trying to think of a good YouTube title. But yeah, South Asian gangs have 1,000 soldiers ready to go, okay, across Canada. They've made an announcement. So just y'all been put on notice from over here at the We Love Hip Hop Network.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.